I've put you on you're on a rocking horse because it's the right height.
Yay! You
And
don't even want to see my setup.
And it's my childhood rocking horse from like my first Christmas. Oh, this is gold. This is comedy gold over here.
Oh no, we're showing the rocking horse immediately when we talk.
His name is George.
George, I love George.
George is very old.
And he seems steady. I seen him walk you. What's up, guys? We're dreamers, we're moms, and welcome to the Mommy Artist Podcast. Now let's get creatively unhinged. What's up, dreamers? Today we're crossing the border and heading north because we've got a Canadian mommy in the house.
Woo!
Emily grew up in a small town in eastern Ontario, and at the age of 10, she declared she was going to be a writer. Flash forward 3 decades, 2 kids, 2 dogs, and a husband later, and she's making good on that promise. Emily's the force behind the Alexandria Fire series, a collection of standalone stories that feel like the people you ride the bus with, bump into at the grocery store, or maybe even share a coffee with after school. Real people with messy, beautiful, everyday lives just like us.
Absolutely.
Basically, she's serving a small town heart with a side of romance and proving that you can wrangle children, pets, and manuscripts all at once. So let's welcome Emily to the podcast. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
No, I'm so excited to have you on. Who reached out first?
I think I slid into your DMs. Can I say that? Is that a term? I'm that
Absolutely.
old that I'm not sure.
No, absolutely. And this is a millennial audience, so we're safe.
Okay, cool.
And no, I think so too. And you know what? I think you were the first one, and it made me feel very special.
Oh, well, I saw your podcast. I'm not sure why you popped up on Instagram for me, but you did. I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly my audience and who I am. I'd love to be on this show, and here I am.
Oh my gosh.
So thank you.
I'm so excited too. And I remember telling Hannah, like, oh my gosh, this is the first time someone like reached out because we just started, like we launched in August. I even started the idea even like in March. So it's been like a quick like thing, but it's just manifesting so fast. And I'm just like on this roll and I can't stop, right? Like, because once it starts, you don't stop.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're going to start with you and we're going to start like way back. We're going to start 10-year-old Emily wanting to be a writer. What did that look like? What did you think a writer was at that time?
Well, for me, that looked like doing fan fiction for my favorite series, which at the time was The Thoroughbred by Joanna. I've missed her last name right now, but it was all about horse racing and the complicated relationships, teenage relationships that the riders and the barn staff would have with each other. I thought, oh, well, what if these characters did this instead? Or what if they made this decision and it led to X, Y, Z? So basically I started with fan fiction.
No.
And then, when I was 14, I entered a writing contest in our local library and I won my age division. But that was the first time that somebody other than my mom kind of gave that check mark or seal of approval that said, well, you can do this. However, I'm not 14 anymore. I'm a little bit older.
Same.
Time does march on fairly regularly. And I got married, I had my kids. And then when I turned 40, I was like, well, damn it, girl. Let's just do this. How hard can it be? And if not now, then when?
Absolutely.
So, and I wanted to show my girls that even if it took a while, mommy can do it.
Yes. And can I tell you, I have read the Thoroughbred series.
Did you?
I'm a horse rider.
Are you really? Oh my, we have so much in common then.
I'm a hunter jumper, but all through my childhood, I rode horses. I remember. It's actually so crazy.
Too funny.
I remember the series and like, yes, I don't know. That's so crazy. So you got the itch and then were you like really into like your language arts classes in school? Like how did that, do you have those in Canada?
We do. So the funny part is a couple of school-aged Emily stories. I went to a French immersion school for kindergarten until grade 3, which in Canada, It's very, very common to learn French at the same time as English, and I did. So
Cool.
I was in French immersion, and in grade 3, my English teacher pulled my parents aside and said, "I don't think Emily can read." And my parents were like, "What do you mean? You've got to be confusing her with a different Emily."
Mhm.
Turns out they were still reading books as simple as, Dick and Jane went to the store, and I was reading chapter books. So I was bored, so bored that I wouldn't participate. I'd just sit in the corner and wait for it to be over.
Mhm. You're way beyond that.
Oh, way beyond. And then when I was in grade 6, so I was about 11, my homeroom teacher pulled my parents aside again and said, "I've never had this talk with parents before in my life, but how could we get Emily to stop reading?" Because
Stop. What
be
teacher says that?
well, I was hiding books in my math text and, like, just pretending to pay
Right,
attention, and I would
right.
do it for all of my classes because I just wanted to read, and that was it.
Mhm,
So it's been a ride, it's been funny. Been a bookworm since go, and
mhm.
the reader has now become the writer.
No, I love that. And I have my master's in literature, so
Oh,
I'm also like a kind of writer, but not. I kind of studied more British literature to where I was like doing Shakespeare and like
okay.
studying those kinds of things. But writing has always been, also been a big part of my life, and it's so funny because I remember like being in sixth grade or something, and they're like, "Does anyone want to read what they wrote?" And I'm like, I do, and
Mhm,
then I start reading, I'm, like, crying through the whole thing. It's, like, such an emotional experience for me
mhm,
to, A, write something that's personal or even fiction, and then to share it. I just
mhm.
couldn't but at the time, I didn't know what it was. I just thought I was a weirdo.
No,
Like,
not
I'm
at
like, "Why
all.
isn't anyone else crying? Like, what's" but I just felt it so deeply that I just knew that there had to be something more to this, like,
Mhm.
gift, or at the time, I didn't think it was a gift. Now I do.
Now you know.
Now I
Yeah.
know. But, yeah, so it's so hard for me, but that's so amazing that, like, literally the teachers, like, contacted your parents and knew you had a gift, and then, okay, fast forward, now you have to have a real life and a real job. What happens?
Well, I had a variety of jobs. The last one before I had children was I was in insurance sales.
No, I did tax adjusting.
Are we the same person?
Maybe.
I think so.
I think I love you.
I have a crush.
Oh my god, okay, keep going.
So I did sales insurance, and I did stop that when I had my first daughter, just because we worked so hard to have her. We went through infertility, so we had a number of losses before we had
So
her.
sorry.
Yeah, it was very difficult, but it ends successfully in that we do have 2 children now. And I decided I didn't want to go back to work. I just wanted to hold my babies.
Mhm.
And my husband, while of course supportive, it's very difficult to sustain a household on one income, even though he's military, which is a fantastic job, but he's military. And so he said,
Canadian
"Well,
military?
pardon me?"
Canadian military?
Yes, he's in the Navy. Yes, it's
Nice.
a very sexy uniform.
I mean, yeah, yes, good job. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you.
Congrats.
So he's like, "Well, you do have to do something." So I started an at-home daycare. It is ongoing, even though both my girls are in school now. I do still take in before and after school kids, and I do have littles that I have during the day.
Back to kind of like when you were little, what were the stories you were wanting to share? Or so you said you were like a bookworm, you're reading, reading, reading.
Mhm.
When was that point when you were like, okay, I would like to contribute to this art, even though you may have not known it? Like what did you want to share? Was it personal stories? Did you want to do fantasy right away? What
Yeah, I think with other authors as well, whatever genre they pick, it's a form of therapy. So if you're going through a tough time and you can't really make sense of it, you can use your characters to figure it out. And oftentimes that's a lot safer than acting out yourself.
absolutely.
So my parents split up when I was 14, which is a very tender age. And
Mhm.
so I went through some, you know, challenges in that arena
Like
as well.
tenders. Mhm.
Your first love, your first relationship, whether it goes well, whether it doesn't, figuring out who you are as a young woman. So I used my writing to figure out scenarios and test boundaries in a way that maybe I wouldn't have. as a person.
Yes, I talk about that all the time. I talk about art therapy. For me, it was theater because theater is like my number one like art form, and the theater therapy I didn't even realize I was getting in high school for free just from being in, and then graduating high school and no longer having that outlet and not realizing like what's different. It's like, oh, I was doing breathing exercises every day. I
Mm,
wasn't doing, whatever I was doing in class. So yes, I think and writing 100% therapy.
yep.
I mean, it is just but I've never done that, and I wanna try. I should try to write a, like, a fiction book. I think that's, like, my next like, I've only written, like, little
Mhm,
poems. I've written, like, more like I don't know, more stuff, like, about me, but
mhm.
I've never written, like, characters. But I'm so interested in character development. Like, when I watch movies, I don't like movies that are loud and crazy, whatever. I want the character. I want Hannah, don't edit that out, I like that. I want let me tell you something, I'm at my neighbor's house
Yeah.
because I knew my kids couldn't handle this.
I'm in the basement. We
We try.
try.
That's what this is all
I
about.
mean, it's reality. I have
No,
kids. I do.
that's same, I just hid mine for today. What does it feel like to actually be living the dream of now publishing 2 books? So you
Absolutely
have
wild. Absolutely wild. 10-year-old me would be screaming right now. My very first book signing at a Chapters Indigo, which is our major chain bookstore, was on my 41st birthday. So it was crazy. Not only was I holding a real live book in my hands at a real live book signing, it was my birthday, and I told everybody that. I was like, buy my book. It's my birthday.
I would
So,
too. And I'm all about, like, signs and, like, dates and stuff. I'm like, "Okay, if you're releasing a book on your birthday, that means something."
yeah.
And I'm also so I turned 40 in December. I think it's something in that age where it hits us.
Yep.
We are like, "Okay, we can't put this off any longer because it's like it's inside of us, right? And we need to get it out."
Yep.
And then I think at 40, you have the confidence, or me, because I was very a non-confident child, and you have the no, you have the confidence and, just something about being, like, out of your 30s makes you want to pursue things that you never did before.
Well, and also I find you can get lost in motherhood and you're so focused on
Yep.
the feeding, the schedules, the diapers, the teaching of this, that, and the other. Am I doing it right? Oh, what should I try? That you kind of lose yourself a bit. And this is coming back to me. This is where I started. And this is Emily.
You studied psychology,
I did.
criminology,
Yes.
sociology,
Yes, all of the ologies. I needed them.
because it helps you tell your stories, right? It helps you create your characters. Tell me a little about that.
So I'm a people watcher by nature. I love to just sometimes I'm not so subtle about it. I was in a restaurant a couple of months ago and our server had hair exactly like how I picture my next main male character. And I just stared at him. And I
Mhm.
was like, wait, I need to explain myself.
You're like, "You need
So
to study."
I looked at him. I was like, well,
Study him, right?
yeah, I was like, I'm a writer and your hair is exactly what I want to have for my main male character. Can I just can you tell me about your hair, please? He's like,
That's
"What?"
I know, that's amazing. I like that.
Mhm.
And I'm also very, like, an observer too, and I will be at restaurants, and I'm like, "Oh my god, did you hear that?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" Because 'Cause I've already listened to. Because 'cause I'm sure you're an empath, and I bet you're a highly sensitive person, and I are you? Have
Well,
you
the
taken
the thing about me is I'm a Cancer, so I've got a hard outer shell.
okay,
I look tough, but once you crack me open, I'm ooey gooey mushy and, I'm all the tears, all the feels, all the emotions.
and you can feel other people's
Oh,
emotions,
yeah,
right?
for
Yes,
sure.
same.
I mean, I'm a daycare provider. I'm around highly emotional toddlers all the time.
I know, and that's probably what that's all probably, like, just you don't even know it, but that's going into your books and your stories
Oh,
and things.
100%. I mean, my female main character in Danny and Danny, she's a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just basically me in a slightly different arena.
You describe your characters as people you want to bump into on the street. Why do you think capturing like everyday life would be entertaining to an audience?
because it's relatable.
Exactly.
Maybe you haven't experienced that exact thing, but your friend has, your sibling has, your mom has, your dad has. So you can recognize either yourself or someone you know in my characters. And that draws you in to the story and it makes you feel that much more because these things could happen.
Hmm. Yeah, they're not like out of the realm of possibility.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to talk about the Alexandria Fire series.
Yes. The overarching series is Alexandria Fire, and then each one, there's going to be
Yes.
4 main books. Each one is going to
Two out now.
2 out now, Danny and Danny, which is winter themed,
Hmm.
and the main characters are obviously called
Danny
Danny
and
and
Danny.
Danny. The next one came out at the end of June, and it is still Alexandria Fire because it's one of the main 4, but we focus on the relationship between Claire and Brody.
Hmm.
There will be 2 more because we like seasons. We've done winter, we've done summer, we'll do spring, we'll do fall.
Your first book centers around Danny and Danny.
Mhm.
And then can you give us a peek into like who Danny and Danny are as individuals?
Danny Girl, she's from Toronto, which is one of the major cities in Ontario, the province that I live in. And so she's very city girl. She's grown up that way. Tall buildings, lots and lots of people, fast paced, always go, go, go. Danny Boy, Danny Stewart, he is from small town Alexandria where things are a little bit slower. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's in your business. And he's a firefighter.
Are there okay, so tell me about small town Canada. Is it country? Are we like 'cause I only know small town Texas, so I'm like cowboys country. Like what small town Canada?
Similar,
Okay.
very similar. So Alexandria, the town rather, does actually exist. I did
Okay.
take inspiration from a real place
A real
called
place.
Alexandria, which is where I used to live. I just changed the spelling because it is a work of fiction.
Okay, great.
But yes, I wear my cowboy boots every day. I used to ride a horse. We had a farmhouse when I lived in Alexandria. So yeah, it's exactly like you would think. Everybody knows everybody, and there really are no secrets.
Yeah, so it's like big city girl meets small town boy. And
Exactly.
what might happen?
Well, do sparks fly or do they, go down in flames? You'll have to find out.
You'll have to find out. You'll have to get her book, y'all.
Hmm.
Okay, tell me about Claire and Brody.
Well, as you correctly said, it is a series of independent books, so the environment is the same. It's still Alexandria.
Mhm,
Claire, in this instance, she's a librarian,
mhm,
and Brody is the firefighter. What we're doing is we're going through Alexandria's Station 1, the firehouse, because their
mhm.
love life, it's a mess, girl. Gotta watch and see all the drama and see if we can help them out.
Do Claire and Brody and Danny know each other?
They do. They're in the same firehouse, Danny and Brody. So you do see them walk into each other's story, even though they have their own focus in each of their books.
Is that gonna continue through the series?
Yes. So you will recognize the name of one of them and go, oh, wait, I think I remember them in that other book. Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, I love that. I wanna talk a little bit about so it says you're the co-creator of Eastern Ontario Writers Festival. Can
Yes,
you tell
which
me a little about that?
yeah, it just happened last weekend on Saturday. It was amazing. It was held at the Castleman Public Library, a fantastic venue, and we're very grateful for their support and their
Yep.
working with them. And we had several workshops. We had over 40 vendors, 40 bookish vendors, most of which were authors. And it was just a full day of writing, books, reading, people who love those things. It was fantastic. So shout out to my co-collaborators, co-creators, especially Leah Lindemann, who is the founder of the organization.
Absolutely. How did you get involved in that?
Well, Leah's my BFF.
Okay, perfect. I love a BFF story.
And we met at actually one of my book signings several years ago. She came to see me and she was the only one who showed up.
Hey, that happens all the time.
It does,
Almost
it does. So
makes us greater and more humble.
oh yeah, humble is a great word for it. So Leah showed up, and I think it was pretty much immediately that we recognized each other as like, "Hey, I really like you. I think I
Mhm,
wanna be friends." And so we
mhm,
did. She has, several children. I have children. At the time, I was homeschooling my oldest for junior kindergarten. She's also a
mhm.
homeschooler. We're both authors. She has 5, 6 books to her name. So there was just so many things that we had in common, and it just took off from there, and she came to me one day and said, "So I have this idea." And I know
Yes,
that whenever she says that, it's just
I
gonna
know.
go up from there.
I know, you're, like, all ears. I
Mhm.
love that. So, that's great that you found that in her, and then y'all created this together.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that.
So it's as I said, we had just had it last weekend and it was fantastic. The feedback that we've received so far has been wonderful, and we're excited to talk about ideas for where it goes next.
And I wanna tell you, you're so good at social media, which is hard.
Oh, thank you.
Especially being, because 'cause I've talked to other artists about this too, because it's a whole other side of the job that you didn't know you had to do, right?
Mhm.
You're creating the art, you're making the art, and then you have to promote the art.
Mhm.
And it's on social media, which is a whole, like, seems like a influencer thing. It's like, "Wake up with me to make my coffee," and I'm like, I struggle with that so much because, like, I was like, "Should I be an influencer?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want that." Like, I have an art to give,
Mhm.
right? And
Mhm.
it has helped tremendously because I was I'm a very anxious person, so auditioning, a lot of that things those things were hard for me, right?
Yep.
But being on the other side of it now and being able to, like, interview people, I just have this whole different mindset. I'm like, "Okay, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be because I can relate to everybody because 'cause I've been through artistic experiences my entire life,
Yep.
but I've just been too scared to, like, audition or, like, I don't know.
Well, it's definitely a learning curve. I know when I started on Instagram many years ago, I really didn't know what I was doing, and frankly, I still don't. I bumble along with the best of us, with the best of them. And I know it's yes, it's about your art, it's about your book and all that, but also the person behind who's creating the art because people want to know about you too. I'm not saying you need to invite people into every nook and cranny of your life, but we are all people. We do all have, again, stories that are relatable.
Mhm.
And I
And
think
as
that
you said, like, you draw boundaries where you wanna draw boundaries, like, I won't say my kid's name, like, you won't say your kid's name, so that's a great boundary, but, like, I love your segments of, like, "Let's have a sandwich and talk." Like, it's very relatable to me. I'm like, "Yeah, let's talk." Like, I enjoy that, and I think you're doing that very well and
oh, thank you.
relatable, and it's not easy, so
Well,
I mean, good job.
thank
Basically
you.
saying good job.
Thank you. I mean, I am a person, I am a mom, I am a writer. I don't want to erase any one part of my life and pretend that it's not there. But as you said, boundaries do exist for a reason because my children did not ask to be on Instagram. Occasionally, I do post the backs of their heads or like
Right.
their hands,
Mhm.
or maybe the activity that they're doing.
That is
But
saying a lot.
they're so young; they have no idea what any of the consequences or anything really that social media might do. And it's funny, they do know that I am on social media because if I take a picture of them, they'll say, "Well, mommy, do I put my hands over my face? Is this for social media?"
Oh, that's great,
Yeah.
actually, that they know that.
Mhm.
My kids are obsessed because they think I'm on YouTube. Like, "Oh, mom's on YouTube. I want a YouTube channel." Like, they wanna turn their closets into YouTube
Oh,
channels.
wow.
We haven't gotten there yet. I let them borrow, like, a light and pretend that they could do it.
Yeah.
But also on the other side, how cool to see mom doing cool stuff.
Well, I can tell you my kids are not impressed.
Actually, mine aren't either. Actually, mine aren't either. Actually, it's day to day.
Yeah.
It's day to day.
They know that when I put on nice jeans and a nice shirt and earrings, they're like, "Oh, mommy's got a book signing." Okay.
Same. They're like, "Mom, where are you going?" When I have
Like, "Why
makeup.
aren't you wearing your hoodie? Like, what's going on
Same.
here?"
Girl, same. I am the same way, and they get a little anxious, like,
Yeah, they're
"Mom,
like, "Mommy,
where you
when are you
going?"
coming back?
Exactly.
Like, what's going on here?"
You have young kids, dogs, and a husband. Where do you find the time to write?
Between 10 and midnight
Okay. That's
because
like
they've gone to
your
sleep. They haven't realized that they need to pee or they
Right.
want water. And so those 2 hours are basically golden hours. And let's hope my brain is not complete mush at that point. Because I can tell you that after a day of momming, after a day of daycaring and bedtime routine, which stretches however long, we can attest that it's still going on right now. Well, she's currently building a fort out of a playpen
Love it.
to my right.
I love it. So, but at least so you've established like these hours, like, okay, it's going to be from 10 to 12. What
That's
about mornings? Well, because you have daycare. So
I do,
that,
yeah. So that's how I wrote my first book between 10 and midnight. And I was like, all right, discipline, Emily, you're going to write 1,000 words every night. And I
Mhm.
did. And that turned into
Is
a
there a
novel.
program?
No, I just did it. It's like on Mac Pages.
Mhm.
So low tech.
No, no, whatever. I learned how to podcast from Chat GPT. So
Oh, there
like,
we go.
we're fine.
Where
We're
there's
good.
a will, there's a way. We'll figure it out. I have been less disciplined. So Danny and Danny took me 1 year to do. Claire and Brody took me 2 because my kids were older and they stopped napping.
Mhm.
Let's hope the third book does not take me 3 years. I don't want to start this trend.
Mhm. Right. You
But
own it, and then 4 years, and
yeah, oh
then
gosh, no. But I am a little more flexible in that I don't have quite the same amount of time. I don't have the same amount of energy. So I try and give myself a little bit of grace. I've
but
decided recently, it's a recent revelation, to actually value my time. My time is precious, it's mine, and not everybody can have it. Sorry.
like you're not working, you are creating people, you're creating conversations, you're
Mhm.
creating stories, and even before that you're observing to create.
Yep,
So
exactly.
so your job, it's like you're constantly doing it,
It's
right?
always running in my head.
Always.
I might be making dinner, but I'm thinking about, the connections, the backstory, the how we go from A to B to C. It has
Mhm,
to make sense because fiction has to make sense, or
mhm,
else it doesn't work. The
mhm.
truth in real life might be crazy, but fiction has to make sense.
Wow, I've never thought of it that way, but I love that. Has motherhood changed the way you approach storytelling?
My stories center a lot more around children. My first female main character, she's a kindergarten teacher.
There you
So
go.
she's around littles all the time. My second female main character in Claire and Brody, she's a librarian. She does the children's program. She also deals with exploring fertility.
Mhm.
So where I don't necessarily set out to write characters who are focused on motherhood or children, it just sort of seems to happen because that is my arena. That's where I am right now.
Exactly. And that's what you're going through, so that's what comes out on the pages. So I love.
Exactly.
What would you say to a mom who thinks they're, like, kind of too late to start on their journey?
It's never too late. I mean, as I said, I was 40 when I first published, and you would think that would be too late, but it's really not. Just do it. It's one word after one word after one word. And then before long, you do have a book, and there's no right time, there's no wrong time. It's just start. I know the scariest part is to look at that black cursor blinking on your page,
Mhm.
but there's no right or wrong way to do it either. If you start in the middle, if you start with an outline, if you pants it, which is just write whatever, just like, uh, just
Free
throw
flow.
shit, throw shit at the wall. Like,
Huh?
just,
Yes.
it's fine. Just do
Delete
it.
later. Yeah. Just get
Yeah.
some paper. I love
Because you
that.
can edit a terrible manuscript, but you cannot edit a blank page. I don't know where I read that, but I read that somewhere. It's not my own quote.
Wanna know what's next. I wanna know how to find you. I wanna know all the things.
All the
But
things.
this is the let's go.
I'm on Instagram. I'm at author.emilymurray. And I'm on there all the time. I post my stories, I post my posts, I post my reels, I do that stuff. I'm also on Facebook as author Emily Murray, and it's all the same photo, so you'll know it's me. I
Right.
am trying to be on TikTok. I'm not good at it.
It's hard.
It's I just don't get it. I'm an elder millennial. I'm 1982. Sorry.
We're gonna go into our hot seat
Let's do
segment.
it.
Fuck, marry, kill. Jim Carrey, Celine Dion, or Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds, definitely fuck. Um,
Duh.
duh. That was easy.
Duh.
Um, I really like Celine Dion. I really like her music a lot. And Jim Carrey's really funny, but I'm not so much into slapstick comedy, so I guess I'd have to kill him. And then I'd marry Celine Dion because she'd just always be romantic for me. She'd just be singing me songs.
Very tender.
Yeah,
nice.
but
Okay.
I'd fuck Ryan Reynolds.
Of course.
Hopefully not while Celine Dion is singing to me, because that's weird.
I mean, might be cool. Okay, next question. What is scarier, a blank page or a silent toddler?
Oh, silent toddler.
Okay, who would you cast as yourself in a biopic?
Julia Stiles. I think we look alike.
Oh my God, I totally see that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What is your favorite emoji?
I tend to use the melt emoji a lot, and I really hope it means what I think it means, which is kind of like,
Like you're like, God.
Yeah. I hope that's what it means. If it means something different, I'm really sorry to like everybody who I use it towards.
Writer's block or step on 20 Lego blocks?
Oh, I have banned the little Lego from my house because I'm just not mentally prepared for that yet. I still have the large, like Duplo kind.
Oh, yeah. No, we have the little ones.
I will take the writer's block over the Lego blocks.
Okay. Which character in your book would most likely survive a zombie apocalypse?
Jillian,
Oh,
which
that was
is
immediately.
immediate, which is Danny Girl's best friend. She is an ex-cop, and she's now, yeah, exactly.
This one's kind of crazy, but I like to do these.
Okay.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized rabbit, like a rabbit the size of a horse, or 30 rabbit-sized horses?
Oh, I'd rather take the giant rabbit because ponies are the devil. They're fucking nuts.
Even the rabbit size. Even rabbit size. I feel like I was telling someone I think I asked Hannah this question before, or my friend who was here, and I was like, same, because horses, their hooves are hard.
Yeah, and the tinier they are, the more they hurt.
Oh my God, you're
They
so right.
do. They're like, oh. Have you ever gotten kicked by a pony?
Yes.
No.
Actually,
Yeah.
yes.
Hate that. No, thank
All
you.
the things. All the things.
I would rather get kneed in the face by my Percheron, which I have also had happen.
A what?
Oh, my Percheron? I used to have a Percheron.
What's that? A horse?
It's a draft horse.
Oh.
Yeah. He took his hoof
cool.
away too quickly and kneed me in the face. I'm like, oh, yeah, it was
Wow.
not comfortable. It's fine.
That's
He
fine.
felt really bad. He knew he did the wrong thing.
What is your Y2K guilty pleasure? So it'd be like you're in high school, like mine is like Paris Hilton.
Oh, I gotta remember that far back. Okay, so
You got it.
Y2K in 2000, I was 18 years old.
Like, what were you into in high school?
Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Yes! Oh my God. And that, Emily, is the perfect way to end the episode. Emily, thank you for showing us that the timeline is never too late. You are proof that motherhood and creativity don't have to cancel each other out. Instead, they fuel each other. Emily, thank you so much. I love you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, besties, my glass is empty, but my cup is full, and that means it's the end of the episode. Remember that you can't have butterfly conversations with caterpillar people, and that everyone out there is trying their best. Love you. Bye. You can find the Mommy Artists podcast on YouTube to watch the full video. Give it a like, hit subscribe, and come back next week for more iconic chaos and creative magic. But no worries if not.